Thompson with Core Mobility Fitness. We're going to talk about your feet. So here in a second, all you're going to see are my feet. We stand every day, and a lot of times we don't pay attention to how we stand, and how we put our weight in our feet directly impacts the way the rest of our body is going to work muscularly. So standing, put it down so you can see my feet. Most of us, when we stand, you don't really pay attention to where we are. So a lot of times we may be here, we may have both feet out, we may have both feet in, we may be leaning in and our knees are knocking, we may be standing on the outsides of our feet. So right now, just kind of see if you can stand with your feet underneath your hips. I want you to spread your toes as much as possible. And then once you're planted, see if you can feel the ball of your big toe, little toe, and your heel into the ground. And with that, you should already feel your arches lift naturally. Now kind of look down at your feet, or if you're standing in front of a mirror, look in the mirror. Are you still leaning in a little bit? So press into the outsides of your feet if you are, just a little bit more so you feel those inner thighs activate just a hair more. Are you still putting a little bit more weight on the outside of your foot? So you really want that to be equal footing, equal weight between the ball of the big toe, ball of the little toe, and the heel. Really stand firmly into the ground. Practice that first and just see how it feels. And then once you kind of get that, you can practice in the grocery store, you can practice standing in line, when you're cooking dinner, when you're standing around waiting for your kids. Just kind of observe yourself throughout the day and how you stand. This is the basis for everything for us. When we push off to walk, if we're already standing on the outsides of our feet, when we push off to walk, what are we going to do? We're probably going to land more on the sides of our feet, which is going to create all these yucky problems. If we kind of knock knee in, we're going to just kind of continue that and continue dropping it down into our hips and into our knees. So with the feet here, there's a slew of exercises we can do. Right now we're just going to transfer weight. So you've got your feet solidly planted down. Try to transfer to one foot. Keep the big toe, heel, and little toe on the ground. And can you lift that other foot without a whole lot changing? And then switch. Can you lift the other foot without it changing? What happens to your knee? So my left leg's not quite as stable, so you saw I put my foot down. And then switch, standing on the other one. Can you do it without your knee compensating, turning in, turning out, buckling? Can you still feel everything up that chain? So then once you kind of have that transition, then step forward from that. Can you feel yourself really roll through and see how much more powerful you are if you've got a good base to start with, right? And then if you have trouble with those arches and you keep falling in, try to dome your foot. So I'm going to do this one sideways. So you've got big toe, little toe, and heel. You're going to try to lift just the center of your arch. And I want the inside of the arch and the outside of the arch to lift. You should feel like you've got a string right there in the center of that foot. It's lifting up, and then spread the toes and put it back down. And just do it a few times, kind of like you're just picking up the center of the foot and then spreading those toes to put it back down. And you'll just feel the center of your arch, and you want to do both sides. You can do it standing, you can do it seated. Trying not to crunch the toes a lot, but keeping them as long as possible. And you'll feel foot to foot if you cramp. So my left side tends to have a few more issues than my right. So when I do this on my left side, my right big toe kind of wants to cramp on me. So just keep lifting inside and the outside of the arch to create more strength and to get the bottom of that foot to wake back up. When we wear shoes, if we have orthotics, our feet can tend to go to sleep and the muscles stop working. All right, so that's for today, and I'll add some more things later. You guys have a good day.